The movie begins in an architectural firm in Seoul. A 35-year-old architect named Seung-min wakes up in his office. He has worked till midnight and is now discussing his work arrangements for the day. Seung-min's routine is interrupted when a woman approaches him. She introduces herself as Seo-yeon. Soon, Seung-min recognizes an old college classmate he has not seen in 15 years. Seo-yeon explains the purpose of her surprise visit. She wants to hire him to design and rebuild her childhood home on Jeju Island. Though hesitant at first, Seung-min reluctantly accepts the job. As they catch up, Seung-min begins asking her about her personal life, and Seo-yeon reveals that she is married. They travel to Jeju Island, and Seo-yeon shows him the old house. They spend time discussing the plans for the new structure. Later, while sitting with Seung-min's colleague, Eun-chae curiously asks Seo-yeon what Seung-min was like back in college. Seo-yeon smiles as she reminisces about their youth, and the timeline shifts back 15 years. Seung-min is an awkward freshman majoring in architecture. In his introductory class, he notices Seo-yeon, a bright music major, taking the course as an elective. He later spots her riding the same bus home, instantly captivated but too nervous to approach her. For their assignment, the professor asks the students to explore and photograph their local neighborhood. While Seung-min is out taking pictures, he unexpectedly bumps into Seo-yeon. Flustered, he tries to leave, but Seo-yeon stops him, explaining that she is new to the area and does not know her way around. Happy to help, Seung-min begins showing her around the neighborhood streets. Their walk eventually leads them to an abandoned house. Seo-yeon curiously wanders inside to explore. She then suggests they complete the photography assignment together. Through shared assignments and the abandoned, they become friends. Back in the present, Seo-yeon dislikes the idea of a complete rebuild, so they agree to enlarge and renovate the original house instead. Grateful for his help, Seo-yeon buys Seung-min a gift and arranges a dinner. However, assuming it is just a work meeting, Seung-min brings Eun-chae along. Unaware of their relationship, Seo-yeon casually offers to introduce Seung-min to a nice woman. Completely oblivious to any underlying tension, Eun-chae casually chimes in with a smile, revealing that she and Seung-min are actually engaged and getting married soon. She then innocently asks Seo-yeon if she knew Seung-min's first love in college, to which Seo-yeon has no reply. The story pulls us back to their college days, diving deeper into the growing bond between Seo-yeon and Seung-min. During one of their hangouts, Seung-min meets Seo-yeon at the abandoned house, where she has proudly planted some flowers to bring life to the space. As they talk, Seo-yeon admits that she has a crush on Seung-min's classmate Jae-wook. Hearing this makes Seung-min sad. Seung-min is unsure of how to handle his hidden feelings for her. As the renovations progress, the two spend more time together. During a nostalgic visit to their old college campus, Seo-yeon bluntly brings up Eun-chae's dinner comment, directly asking Seung-min if she was the first love Eun-chae had mentioned. Visibly flustered and defensive, Seung-min quickly denies it. Later, the underlying tension between them boils over into an argument, when Seung-min bitterly assumes she has an easy life, living alone with plenty of money and no responsibilities. Seo-yeon finally drops her successful facade. She reveals that she has recently divorced. She feels completely lost and is only building the house because her sick father wants her to settle there. Overwhelmed by her reality, Seo-yeon gets drunk and breaks down. Seeing her in such a vulnerable state, Seung-min gently holds her, and the two share an embrace. The story returns to their college days. During a playful afternoon walking along empty railway tracks, Seo-yeon spots a stunning building and shares her dream of one day having a beautiful home of her own. Later, while they eat lunch, she sketches a drawing of her ideal house, hands the paper to Seung-min, and makes him promise that he will be the architect to build it for her. After spending the entire day together, they wait at a bus stop. Seo-yeon falls asleep, resting her head gently on his shoulder. Captivated, Seung-min looks at her lips and leans in to kiss her, then shyly pulls away. Seo-yeon suddenly wakes up, leaving the moment in awkwardness. The next day, Seung-min visits her at the broadcasting club, but his heart sinks when he sees her hanging out with Jae-wook. Feeling a sharp pang of jealousy, Seung-min is forced to tag along when Jae-wook offers them both a ride. During the car trip, Jae-wook smoothly mentions a nice rental house available nearby, and Seo-yeon shyly agrees to take it. Soon after, Seo-yeon moves into the new place and invites Seung-min over. They share a comfortable afternoon, as Seo-yeon shows Seung-min her childhood photo album. Later that afternoon, while walking back through the streets, Seung-min gathers his courage and asks her to meet him on the first snowfall in winter. Seo-yeon happily agrees, promising him. Back in the present, Seo-yeon's father's health severely deteriorates. Realizing he does not have much time left, she decides to change her life plans. The following day, Seung-min remembers her birthday and takes her out to lunch to celebrate. During the meal, she makes a late-stage request to add a piano room to the house. She explains that she wants to move to Jeju Island, so her father can spend his final days in peace, and she intends to settle there afterward. This major structural addition means the project will take an extra month to complete. When Seung-min relays this, it sparks a tense argument with Eun-chae, as the extended timeline directly interferes with their upcoming wedding and vacation plans. Despite Eun-chae's valid frustrations, Seung-min refuses to step away. He tells her that he wants to finish the project himself. Throwing himself entirely into the work, Seung-min spends long hours managing the final renovations. One afternoon, Seo-yeon visits the house and sees him resting in the lawn. She smiles and quietly lies down next to him. The film then brings us to the turning point 15 years ago. Seung-min gathers the courage to confess his feelings to Seo-yeon. He builds an architectural model of the dream house Seo-yeon described. On the night of a college party, he waits outside her apartment building, ready to tell her everything. Suddenly, a taxi pulls up, and Seung-min watches Jae-wook, helping Seo-yeon out of the car. Earlier in the evening, Jae-wook had persistently asked her to drink despite her refusal. Now, as Jae-wook supports her weight, a disoriented Seo-yeon weakly attempts to push him away, clearly wanting space. However, Jae-wook ignores her resistance. He carries her inside the apartment building. Seung-min watches the scene unfold. He misunderstands the situation and throws the model house into a trash can and walks away. Later, he weeps, completely giving up on his love. The narrative snaps back to the present. The house on Jeju Island is finally completed. Seung-min helps Seo-yeon move her belongings into the new space. Later, they sit together in the quiet of the finished home. During the conversation, Seung-min finally admits that he used to like her back in college. Seo-yeon smiles softly, telling him that it took him long enough to say it, and admits that she already knew. Feeling emotional, Seung-min decides to leave. As he helps her shift one last box before going, he notices the architectural model of the house he had thrown in the trash. It is revealed that Seo-yeon had seen the model and decided to keep it. Heartbroken, Seung-min confronts her, asking why she had to come back into his life after all this time. Overwhelmed, Seo-yeon confesses that she wanted to see how he was doing. Finally, she admits that he was her first love too. Overwhelmed with emotion, they share a tearful kiss. The narrative shifts back to their college days, showing the aftermath of that night. Believing the worst, Seung-min completely cuts Seo-yeon out of his life. He ignores her pager messages, and when she finally tracks him down, he tells her to leave him alone without giving any explanation. Months later, the first snow of the year falls. Unaware of why Seung-min stopped talking to her, Seo-yeon waits at the abandoned house. When Seung-min never shows up, she leaves her portable CD player and their favorite CD behind and walks away. Back in the present, Seung-min moves forward with his original plans. He prepares for his upcoming wedding and boards a flight to begin his new life in America. The movie ends as Seo-yeon stays behind with her father at the completed house in Jeju. Later that week, a package arrives for her. Seoyeon opens it to find a portable CD player and the exact same CD she had left at the abandoned house years ago. The story closes with the understanding that while their first love didn't last, finding closure finally allowed both of them to move forward.